Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Make right or correct. Correct in opinion or judgment. Time proved him right. Intended for the right hand. A right-hand glove. The piece of ground in the outfield on the catcher's right. Informal, very. Used informally as an intensifier. A right fine day. Exactly. Socially right or correct. It isn't right to leave the party without saying goodbye. Southern regional intensive, very, to a great degree. They have a right nice place. Anything in accord with principles of justice. He feels he is in the right. In an accurate manner. He guessed right. Those who support political or social or economic conservatism. Those who believe that things are better left unchanged. In accord with accepted standards of usage or procedure. What's the right word for this? Precisely accurate. Free from error, especially conforming to fact or truth. The right answer. To a complete degree or to the full or entire extent, whole, is often used informally for wholly. She felt right at home. Make reparations or amends for. Right or wrongs done to the victims of the Holocaust. Appropriate for a condition or purpose or occasion or a person's character, needs. The right man for the job. Most suitable or right for a particular purpose. The right time to act. In the right manner, correctly, suitably. The hand that is on the right side of the body. He writes with his right hand but pitches with his left. In accordance with moral or social standards. That serves him right. An interjection expressing agreement. An abstract idea of that which is due to a person or governmental body by law or tradition or nature. Certain rights can never be granted to the government but must be kept in the hands of the people. A turn toward the side of the body that is on the south when the person is facing east. Take a right at the corner. Being or located on or directed toward the side of the body to the east when facing north. My right hand. Frequently plural. The interest possessed by law or custom in some intangible thing. Mineral rights. Having the axis perpendicular to the base. A right angle. In conformance with justice or law or morality. Do the right thing and confess. In or into a satisfactory condition. Things are right again now. Location near or direction toward the right side, i.e. the side to the south when a person or object faces east. He stood on the right. Of or belonging to the political or intellectual right. Of the side of cloth or clothing, facing or intended to face outward. The right side of the cloth showed the pattern. Put in or restore to an upright position. They righted the sailboat that had capsized. Regain an upright or proper position. The capsized boat righted again. Toward or on the right, also used figuratively. He looked right and left. Make right or correct. Correct in opinion or judgment. Socially right or correct. Correct behavior. Censure severely. Go down in value. The stock market corrected. Punish in order to gain control or enforce obedience. Adjust for. Engineers will work to correct the effects or error resistance. In accord with accepted standards of usage or procedure. Free from error, especially conforming to fact or truth. The correct answer. Make reparations or amends for. Alter or regulate so as to achieve accuracy or conform to a standard. Correct the alignment of the front wheels. Treat a defect. The new contact lenses will correct for his myopia. Make right or correct. Rectify the calculation. Bring, lead, or force to abandon a wrong or evil course of life, conduct, and adopt a right one. Set straight or right. Rectify the inequities in salaries. Reduce to a fine, unmixed, or pure state, separate from extraneous matter or cleanse from impurities. Convert into direct current. Rectify alternating current. Math. Determine the length of. Rectify a curve. Intended for the right hand. A right-hand glove. Located on or directed toward the right. A right-hand turn. Most helpful and reliable. My right-hand man. The piece of ground in the outfield on the catcher's right. The fielding position of the player on a baseball team who is expected to field balls in the right third of the outfield, looking from home plate. The piece of ground in the outfield on the catcher's right. The fielding position of the player on a baseball team who is expected to field balls in the right third of the outfield, looking from home plate. Informal, very. Used informally as an intensifier. That is one fine dog. Having the indivisible character of a unit. Spoke with one voice. Used of a single unit or thing, not two or more. The smallest whole number or a numeral representing this number. He has the 1 but will need a 2 and 3 to go with it. Eminent beyond or above comparison. She's one girl in a million. A single person or thing. He is the best one. Being a single entity made by combining separate components. 3 chemicals combining into one solution. Indefinite in time or position. He will come one day. Of the same kind or quality. 2 animals of one species. Exactly. He fell flop on his face. Fail utterly, collapse. Someone who is unsuccessful. A complete failure. The play was a dismal flop. The act of throwing yourself down. He landed on the bed with a great flop. An arithmetic operation performed on floating point numbers. This computer can perform 1,000,000 flops per second. Fall loosely. He flopped into a chair. Fall suddenly and abruptly. Southern Regional Intensive, very, to a great degree. They rejoiced mightily. Southern Regional Intensive, very, to a great degree. The baby is mighty cute. Having or showing great strength or force or intensity. struck a mighty blow. Strong enough to knock down or overwhelm. Having great influence. Displaying superhuman strength or power. Southern regional intensive, very, to a great degree. It is powerful humid. Of a person, possessing physical strength and weight, rugged and powerful. Powerful arms. Having great power or force or potency or effect. The most powerful government in Western Europe. Anything in accord with principles of justice. The rightfulness of his claim. In an accurate manner. In an accurate manner. The flower had been correctly depicted by his son. Those who support political or social or economic conservatism. Those who believe that things are better left unchanged. Precisely accurate. A veracious account. Habitually speaking the truth. A veracious witness. To a complete degree or to the full or entire extent, whole, is often used informally for wholly. A totally new situation. Completely given to or absorbed by. Became all attention. Quantifier, used with either mass or count nouns to indicate the whole number or amount of or every one of a class. We sat up all night. Informal terms for nakedness. In the altogether. With everything considered, and neglecting details. Altogether, I'm sorry it happened. With everything included or counted. Altogether he earns close to $1 million. To a complete degree or to the full or entire extent, whole, is often used informally for wholly. It was not altogether her fault. To a complete degree or to the full or entire extent, whole, is often used informally for wholly. It was completely different from what we expected. So as to be complete, with everything necessary. He had filled out the form completely. Without any others being included or involved. Was entirely to blame. To a complete degree or to the full or entire extent, whole, is often used informally for wholly. Entirely satisfied with the meal. To a complete degree or to the full or entire extent, whole, is often used informally for wholly. A totally new situation. Not injured or harmed. An assemblage of parts that is regarded as a single entity. How big is that part compared to the whole? Acting together as a single undiversified whole. Exhibiting or restored to vigorous good health. Whole in mind and body. To a complete degree or to the full or entire extent, whole, is often used informally for wholly. A whole new idea. All of something including all its component elements or parts. Europe considered as a whole. Including all components without exception, being one unit or constituting the full amount or extent or duration, complete. Gave his whole attention. Of siblings, having the same parents. Whole brothers and sisters. To a complete degree or to the full or entire extent, whole, is often used informally for wholly. He was wholly convinced. Make payment to, compensate. Adjust for. Make up for shortcomings or a feeling of inferiority by exaggerating good qualities. Do or give something to somebody in return. Make amends for, pay compensation for. She was compensated for the loss of her arm in the accident. Make reparations or amends for. Act of correcting an error or a fault or an evil. A sum of money paid in compensation for loss or injury. Make reparations or amends for. Appropriate for a condition or purpose or occasion or a person's character, needs. Everything in its proper place. Having all the qualities typical of the thing specified. Wanted a proper dinner, not just a snack. Limited to the thing specified. The city proper. Marked by suitability or rightness or appropriateness. Proper medical treatment. That which is pleasing or valuable or useful. Weigh the good against the bad. Articles of commerce. With or in a close or intimate relationship. A good friend. Moral excellence or admirableness. There is much good to be found in people. Exerting force or influence. A warranty good for 2 years. Promoting or enhancing well-being. The experience was good for her. Often used as a combining form, in a good or proper or satisfactory manner or to a high standard. Good is a non-standard dialectal variant for well. The baby can walk pretty good. Tending to promote physical well-being, beneficial to health. A good night's sleep. Appealing to the mind. Good music. Of moral excellence. A genuinely good person. Not left to spoil. The meat is still good. In excellent physical condition. Good teeth. Not forged. A good dollar bill. Having the normally expected amount. Gives good measure. Completely and absolutely, good, is sometimes used informally for thoroughly. We beat him good. Deserving of esteem and respect. Ruined the family's good name. Resulting favorably. It's a good thing that I wasn't there. Having or showing knowledge and skill and aptitude. A good mechanic. Financially safe. A good investment. Most suitable or right for a particular purpose. A good time to plant tomatoes. Agreeable or pleasing. We all had a good time. Benefit. For your own good. Capable of pleasing. Good looks. Generally admired. Good taste. Having desirable or positive qualities, especially those suitable for a thing specified. Good news from the hospital. Morally admirable. Thorough. Had a good workout. Far along in time. A ripe old age. Fully developed or matured and ready to be eaten or used. Ripe peaches. Most suitable or right for a particular purpose. The time is ripe for great sociological changes. At the highest point of development, especially in judgment or knowledge. A ripe mind. Fully prepared or eager. The colonists were ripe for revolution. In harmony with the spirit of particular persons or occasion. A decent burial. Socially or conventionally correct, refined or virtuous. From a decent family. Meeting requirements. I would kill for a decent cup of coffee. In the right manner, correctly, suitably. Can't you carry me decent? Conforming to conventions of sexual behavior. Speech in this circle, if not always decent, never became lewd. Observing conventional sexual mores in speech or behavior or dress. Though one of her shoulder straps had slipped down, she was perfectly decent by current standards. Sufficiently clothed to see visitors or appear in public. Are you decent? In the right manner, correctly, suitably. In a decent manner. They don't know how to dress decently. In accordance with what is appropriate or suitable for the circumstances. If you don't behave properly, you'll have to leave. Indicating exactness or preciseness. In the right manner, correctly, suitably. Please do your job properly.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.